Thank you.
Kris, it's been a long time since you haven't had Richard Sherman at your disposal. What do you anticipate this being like?
Well, I really anticipate it being very similar to how he got his opportunity. And again, we can all remember back to 2011 when his chance came. It was actually due to injury. And like I say, he did a fantastic job of having himself prepared for that moment. And that's what we fully expect. We fully expect for the guys that are going to end up having the next opportunity to be prepared and to take full advantage of it.
I guess, are you expecting Jeremy for now to slide into that spot for Richard?
Yes, and the likelihood is yes. Again, he's been preparing at the position all year. Again, he's taken reps there essentially all year.
What have you been able to get a sense from Byron Maxwell since he's been back with you this week?
And it's great to have him back, first and foremost. It's just he's always had an electric personality and smile. He's such a great guy. We're glad to have him back home, and you can tell it's a breath of fresh air for him. He's kind of got the new life, it feels like, but it's been awesome. It's been awesome to have him back. Obviously, again, he started off here playing left corner. He can play right corner, and he has a history of playing right corner for us here, and that's what we're going to expect. So whether it's left, whether it's right, we just want to have him prepared to play.
What have you seen out of him so far? How far he might be along?
Yeah, he looks good. Yeah, he's got fresh legs, so he's got a couple of weeks there to where he's essentially been off, but he has been working out. He's in good shape, and like I said, hopefully the opportunity will present itself to where we can get him out there.
How much of a plus is it to a guy that knows your system? Because you've brought guys in here that it obviously hasn't worked out for him, that doesn't have to think when he plays.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. So the language, the technique, the assignments, it's second nature to him, and really all it's going to take is just for him to get out there and get his feet wet again.
If you have to play without Cam as well, and having neither of those guys out there, I mean, that would be probably the same answer you just gave, I guess. But
Right.
but how would you anticipate that?
Yeah, again, it'll be the first of its kind. Again, we haven't been in this territory before, but we're excited to see. Like I said, we trust the guys that we're going to put out there. These guys battle, they prepare as if they're going to be starters, and it's the NFL. Everyone is always one play away, so it behooves you to be prepared.
Bradley moving from playing free safety to then maybe having to play strong safety, the transition he can make, obviously.
Yes, and that was part of the recruiting pitch to him, is that we were going to have him prepare at both in the event that anything would happen. I said it's a tough sport, so tough guys end up getting hurt every now and again. So just having him and he has the ability to play both, it's a huge plus for us.
The leadership knew this day was coming, but maybe not this early. But now that it's here, what does it seem like? How prepared are you for this? And what does it just seem like not to have those guys back there?
Well, we don't know yet. It's brand new territory for us, but we have to keep rolling. The games aren't going to stop. The opponents, they're not going to keep. It's going to be the same thing each and every single week. Is really what it comes down to. We have to be prepared to the best of our ability, and we have to go out there and execute. And I said that's our responsibility as coaches to make sure that we get whoever is out there prepared to help our football team.
3 games in, what have you seen from Dwight Freeney?
Dwight's awesome. Obviously, again, he had a couple of games back there to where he kind of lit it up. Was the Dwight of old, ironically, but it's like no, he'll get that too. But nevertheless, it's really about what he's giving to the other guys, which is kind of the best of his nature. What made him so successful is his preparation, the way he takes care of his body, the way that he prepares out there on the field, obviously, his practice habits, things like that. So those are the things that he's able to share. So when he gets out there in the football game, it's what he does. It's another day at the office for him, and that's kind of what we've seen. This is what he does. He's a true professional.
Along the lines of taking care of his body, I mean, how does a guy, sit out the first 6-7 weeks of the season and then come in and is all of a sudden able to produce like that?
Wow,
I don't. 37 years old.
It might be the olive oil. It could be the olive oil and maybe the fish. That might be what it is. So maybe a lot of omega-3s or something like that. So.
With Jeremy, obviously, the whole being traded and coming back and things like that, and then now suddenly maybe he's starting for you. How How have you seen him kind of handle that and respond to all of that?
He's handled himself like a champion. I said our whole focus here when we start this thing is to stay focused on what we can control. We're fortunate to be able to have him back, obviously, you know, in light of the situation here. Here's another guy to where there was a possibility we could have lost him, but no, we got him back, you know, and there it is, man. Lord knows why. Well, here we are. This is why, you know, bam, we have a situation, now he's out there.
How impressed were you with Dion Jordan's first showing for you, and were you surprised he ended up playing that many plays that night and the production he got out of?
Yeah, remarkable to watch a guy come back and battle. True competitor, kind of just recapturing his life in essence. And we didn't anticipate him playing that many plays, but he was prepared to. And again, I think it's a testament to our training staff, the guys in the weight room who have been working with him consistently, getting him prepared. And then obviously after that, now it goes to our coaches. You know, our defensive line coaches got him ready. You know, he had 2 weeks to come out and practice, and here he is again after, what, 2 years? Almost 3 years of being out of football. He's back out there on the field and doing stuff.
It's been a short amount of time you've been able to have him on a field. You know, what have you learned about him in this short period of time? What is it about his skill set that you feel like you can utilize?
He's got tremendous strength. I think he's got real heavy hands, and when he puts his hands on people, he knocks them back. So it's obviously, again, he's always been a phenomenal athlete. Again, 3rd overall pick and things of that nature. I think you understand why, but he's put on weight. He's got real weight that he's able to hold. So now you're looking at a guy who has tremendous athletic ability, real heavy hands, and he's about 280 pounds. So for a guy of that nature to be out on the edge now and again, like the bigger tight ends and guys of this nature that they want to utilize blocking, like they got somebody to deal with out there.
The added weight, was that something he did on his own before he signed with you guys, or is that something that you guys wanted him to do?
No, it's something that he did on his own. I think it's kind of the natural sense in regards to you just get heavier over time. But when he came in, again, we were looking at a guy on tape who was about maybe 260, and then when he got here, he's about 275, almost 280 pounds. So it's like it just happened naturally, and he wears it well. So it's not like he's fat or anything of that nature. You know, like he's built.
I know you're building him up a little bit. Can he ultimately play a little inside potentially for you too, at tackle, or is it mainly the ends that you like?
Well, that's it. We want to make sure we keep it as simple as possible, in recognition of the fact that.
Is that something he could theoretically do?
In theory, right. In regards to, yes, his size and physical ability, yes. But do we want to put that much on his plate? Maybe not so much right now, but it's something to where we certainly have talked about.
The power that you mentioned, did that stand out on the sack that he had?
It did. It certainly did. You know, he played with great pad level. He got underneath the guy. He saw him lock out, and then, yeah, the strength took over from there.
Back to Jeremy Lane. What did you tell him when he came back?
We were fired up to have him back. You know, that we were very fortunate to have him back. And really, we have to stay true to who we are, and we focus on what we can control. How fortunate are we now? You know, so there it is.
Did you fear that there would be an awkwardness or maybe him not being comfortable knowing he was traded?
No, it's not in his personality. It's not. Yeah, if there was some disappointment and things of that nature, even he brushed it off. He's got a corner mentality. You know, you're never lingering on the bad stuff too long. You got to move on.
Is Justin Coleman, so he just kind of remains like sort of the nickel back for now, and kind of the guy there with Jeremy having to move out.
Yeah, and like I said, he's done a really good job for us. So again, another guy that we weren't necessarily counting on per se, but again, Jeremy had his injuries early. He had to come in and play, and he's been doing really well.
Did Bradley come out those 2 games that he started for Earl?
Yeah, really good. Really good. So obviously, again, his challenge now is not free safety, but now you're moving to strong safety, but we are interchangeable. So that's really the one thing about our safeties that has maintained consistent. Yeah, we may line up a guy as strong and free, but really we play both because all you got to do is switch to tight end, and now the free safety becomes the strong safety and vice versa.
Delano Hill's had to play a little bit in some spots for you. What have you seen from him, Tedrick Thompson, even Mike Tyson, your rookie class that has kind of been in the wings, so to speak?
Yeah. It's the continuing of their development is positive. So obviously Delano has been pushed further along because he has had the opportunity to get out there and play. It's not to say that Tedrick Thompson hasn't been doing a really good job for us out here at practice. He certainly has, but it's just the opportunity has presented itself for Delano to get out there and play a little more. Obviously, again, being a rookie, it's the same idea. You got to get out there. You got to get exposed to the nature of it all. But he's done really good for us.
Looking at Atlanta, if Freeman can't go at running back, what are you seeing from Tevin Coleman, the qualities he brings?
Yeah, not the same running back in regards of their nature. Freeman's more of a downhill. I think 26 more of a perimeter runner. But they're going to run all their stuff that they do. They got gap trap schemes. They're a zone team. They run their stretch. They try to hit the numbers, and that's what he does well. So I think you can see a variety of tosses and things of that nature, trying to get him working the perimeter.
Ryan's numbers aren't quite what we saw from his MVP season last year. Are you seeing anything different? Are teams approaching him differently?
No, it's they're not sure what the case could be. Maybe just a new coordinator and things like that. But they're running the same plays.
Anything else, guys? Yeah, just going back to Bradley real quick. He said his preparation obviously is much easier when he has a defined role, just preparing for one position as opposed to two. Do you see an increase in production, or maybe a faster, more instinctive player when he is in that role as opposed to coming in as a reserve?
Yeah, I think we'll see, because he had to prepare at free safety for the past couple of weeks, and now he's going to prepare at strong safety. This is his first week being specifically at strong safety. So it may be a week, it may be 2 weeks. Again, it could be Monday night where we see this guy take off.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you guys.